You've been agonizing over the same decision for 3 days. New apartment or stay put? Take the job offer or don't? Say yes to the relationship or walk away? You've made the pro-con list. You've texted 4 friends. You've read the same Reddit thread twice. And somehow, the more you think about it, the less sure you are. So you go with your gut. And 6 months later, you're sitting with the consequences, wondering if that was wisdom talking to you or just impatience dressed up as instinct. Here's what nobody tells you. Your gut isn't wrong, but it isn't always right either. Today we're breaking down the gut versus data debate, exploring what the research says about when trusting your gut works, when it quietly leads you off a cliff, and a simple decision-making tool called a decision matrix that will take the noise out of hard choices and help you make decisions you can live with. Your gut feeling isn't magic. It's pattern recognition. Every experience you've had, every outcome you've watched play out, every mistake you've made and filed away, your brain has been cataloging all of it. When a situation triggers a familiar pattern, your brain kicks in fast and sends you a signal before your conscious mind even gets involved. That's what we call intuition. It's fast, it's powerful, and under the right conditions, it's genuinely useful. The problem is that same system that recognizes a real pattern can also kick in based on a bad mood, a fear from 10 years ago, or whoever spoke loudest at the last conversation you had. The gut doesn't label its sources. It just delivers a verdict. Here's what the research says. A 2012 study published in Organizational Behavior and Human Decision Processes titled, "When Should I Trust My Gut? Linking Domain Expertise to Intuitive Decision-Making Effectiveness," put this to the test directly. Researchers from Boston College, George Mason University, and Rice University ran 2 experiments, one involving basketball shot difficulty and the other one involving spotting counterfeit designer handbags. In both cases, they compared intuitive decision makers against analytical ones. The finding? Intuition matched or beat analysis, but only among people with genuine expertise in that specific domain. For novices, gut instinct was no better than a guess. For experts, it was fast, accurate, and effective. The takeaway here isn't your gut is bad and data is good. It's more specific than that. Your gut is only as reliable as the experience behind it. If you've spent years in a domain and seen a lot of outcomes, trust it. If you're navigating unfamiliar territory, a new city, a new career, a type of relationship you haven't been in before, your gut is drawing on thin data. That's when a decision matrix earns its place. Now, here are 3 protocols to use a decision matrix to make smarter choices in any part of your life. Number 1, build the matrix before you make a decision, not after. Most people make a decision and then look for evidence to support it. The matrix breaks that habit. Here's how it works. You're deciding between 2 apartments. You care about commute, cost, space, and neighborhood. Write those down. Assign each one a weight, 100 points total, split however they actually matter to you. Let's say cost gets 40, commute gets 30, space gets 20, and neighborhood gets 10. Now score each apartment on each factor, 1 through 5, and add it up. You might find the apartment that you were leaning toward scores lower than the one that you dismissed. That gap between what you said you wanted and what actually scores highest, that's the matrix doing its job. Protocol number 2, use the matrix for decisions where your gut has no track record. You don't need a matrix to pick a restaurant on Tuesday night. You've eaten thousands of meals. Your gut has the data and the decision you make is fine. You do need a matrix when you're in genuinely new territory, choosing a first home, picking a therapist, or deciding whether to leave a stable job for something that scares you in a good way. The matrix is most useful precisely when your gut is most likely to mislead. When the stakes are high, the situation is unfamiliar, and emotions are high and likely running the show. Keep a blank matrix template saved on your phone. And when you feel the urge to make a decision on something that actually really matters, that's the signal to open it first. Protocol number 3, let the numbers start a conversation, not end one. Run the matrix, look at the scores, then before you commit, check how you feel about the winner. If the top scoring option makes your stomach drop, that's information worth paying attention to. Maybe you weighted the criteria wrong. Maybe there's a factor you left out. The matrix surfaces your logic. Your reaction to the result surfaces your values. Use both. Your gut isn't your enemy. It's a tool with a specific range, and outside that range, it needs backup. Build the matrix for high-stakes, unfamiliar decisions, run the numbers, then let the results sit for a few hours, maybe even a day, and notice what comes up. That combination is sharper than either one alone. Pick a decision you've been circling and run it through the matrix before the week is out. See what you find out about what you really want. Your move.